So my name is Karlie Alinta Noon. I am a Gamilaraay, a woman. I come from a place called Tamworth in northwest New South Wales, where I was born and raised. And I'm an astronomer, astrophysicist, science communicator, which involves lots of different things, specifically looking at astronomy, what's up in the sky, but also the astronomical knowledge within our Indigenous cultures. I've just started a PhD at Australian National University, and I'm going to be looking at the centre of the galaxy, the Milky Way Galaxy. The Milky Way Galaxy is something that I've studied previously. It's something I'm really interested in. I was always really in love with maths, and I think I got that love from an auntie of mine who would come and help me. She would teach me maths when I was quite young. And just from having her sit with me and spend time with me, I learned that maths can be really fun. She also taught me that I could teach myself, and my schooling didn't go very well. It wasn't the most straightforward path for me, and so learning that I can be an independent learner and I can teach myself whatever I want to learn about was probably the most important skill that I've been taught. Historically, we all know academia in general hasn't always been particularly open to Indigenous people. Today we know that science and STEM spaces haven't always been accessible to women as well. And so there's this overlap of, barriers, systemic barriers that we have to face when we're trying to get into this field. I think another barrier that I've also faced is just coming from a poor family. We grew up really poor. We grew up 100% on Centrelink. Single mum with severe disabilities, couldn't work. The same situation for my sister, crippling disabilities where work just wasn't really an option. And overcoming the cycles that poverty lands you in, but then overcoming the low expectations that you get from the outside world as well, because you're poor, you're Aboriginal, you're female. One of the first experiences I had with Aboriginal astronomy was, I was really lucky. I was maybe about 19, and I was sitting by a campfire with a bunch of other mob from all over, and we were listening to an elder talk about basically how things are connected, how the sky connects to the land, and that was probably my first experience with understanding Indigenous astronomy and the whole cosmoscape. But then that kind of inspired me to do more learning and more research into it, and I really quickly discovered that there's a whole field that is looking at Indigenous astronomical knowledge. We talk a lot about Gamilaraay, which is the Celestial Emu or the Dark Emu, and it's this beautiful dark constellation that takes up basically the majority of the sky. It's huge, and it teaches us so much about the Gamilaraay story. Talks about what's happening here on the land with the Dinawan, what the Dinawan are doing, how they're travelling around country, their breeding cycle, how they respond to the different seasons that we experience here as well. Our cultural stories can definitely help me get a better understanding of what's happening up there. Even though we've been doing it for so long, there's not many mob in this space today, and I don't agree with that. I think, there should be so many more of us in there. We're kind of at a time now where we can all kind of acknowledge how clever our old people are, but I think we're at that next step where we should be inviting them to tell their stories.